You sit down to do something important. Maybe it's work. Maybe it's studying. Maybe it's something you promised yourself you would finally finish today. And within minutes, your mind drifts. You check your phone. You open another tab. You scroll for just a second, and suddenly, 30 minutes are gone. Nothing done. No progress. Just frustration. So you tell yourself something simple. I just need more discipline. But what if that's not true? What if the real problem is that your brain has lost its ability to focus? Right now, your attention span is weaker than it has ever been. And it's not happening by accident. It's being slowly destroyed by the way you live every single day. Think about this. When was the last time you did something without switching, without checking your phone, without getting distracted, without needing stimulation? It's rare, right? Because your brain has been trained to expect constant input, fast content, short videos, instant rewards. Every swipe, every notification, every small hit of dopamine is reshaping how your brain works. You're no longer used to stillness. You're no longer comfortable with focus. You're addicted to change. And the scariest part, you don't even notice it happening. Your brain is adapting silently, rewiring itself for distraction. Because from your brain's perspective, fast equals better, easy equals safe, and effort feels like danger. So the moment something requires focus, your brain pushes you away, not because you're lazy, but because it's been trained to avoid it. And the more you give in, the stronger that pattern becomes. This is why simple tasks feel hard. This is why you can't sit still. Your brain is overstimulated, overloaded, and completely out of balance. But here's the truth no one tells you. Focus is not something you have. It's something you train. And right now, you've been training the opposite. Every time you switch tasks, you weaken your attention. Every time you scroll instead of thinking, you reduce your depth. Every time you avoid effort, you shrink your mental endurance. So over time, your brain becomes fast, but shallow, active, but unfocused, busy, but unproductive. And that's the trap. Because it feels like you're doing something, but you're not moving forward. You're just reacting. And reacting is easy. Thinking is hard. But if you stay in this loop, your ability to focus will keep getting worse, until even the simplest things feel overwhelming. And that's where most people give up. Not because they're incapable, but because their brain no longer supports deep effort. So the real question is, can I retrain my brain before it gets worse? How do you rebuild a mind that no longer wants to stay still? The answer is not quick. It's not easy, and it's definitely not comfortable. Because what you're trying to fix is not just a habit. It's a system. So if you want to change it, you have to reverse everything. You have to go against your current wiring. And that's where most people fail. Because the moment it feels uncomfortable, they stop. But that discomfort is proof that it is working. You're not feeding your brain easy dopamine. You're forcing it to slow down. And your brain hates that at first. But that's exactly where the change begins. Your brain is incredibly adaptive. If you train your brain to stay, it will learn to stay. If you train your brain to focus, it will learn to focus. So the real goal is to retrain your patterns. And that starts with one simple principle: reduce stimulation. Deep work feels impossible because your brain is used to a higher level of stimulation. When you sit in silence, your brain panics. But that silence, that boredom, is the reset. It's where your brain recalibrates. It's where your attention starts to rebuild. So your first step is simple. Do less, not more. Stop overwhelming yourself with big goals. Focus on one thing, one task, and stay with it, even if it feels slow. Because every time you resist that urge to escape, you're strengthening your focus. Attention works like a muscle. If you train it, it grows. Start small, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, fully focused. Every time you bring your focus back, you're strengthening it, until focus becomes your default again. Now, let's talk about identity. You have to change how you see yourself. Every time you complete a focused session, you send a signal: I am someone who focuses. Remove friction from good habits, and add friction to bad ones. Keep your phone away while working. Create a space that supports focus. Why do you actually avoid focus? It's also emotion. Focus requires facing difficult tasks, uncertainty, possibility of failure, but discomfort is not danger. It's growth. It's the path forward. Imagine a version of you who can sit for hours, fully focused. That version is not special. It's trained, and you can become that version, step by step, action by action, if you stay long enough. Because focus is not just about work. It's about your goals, your growth, your future. Everything depends on your ability to stay. Most people won't do this. They'll stay distracted, while you quietly build a mind that actually works. Control over your life. So start now. Every second you act is a step toward becoming someone who doesn't just think, but actually moves. That is where everything changes.